Hey everybody, this is Jen, the Tabletop Engineer, and welcome back to my playthrough of the campaign for Maladum. This is the first actual quest. The last game I played is sort of like you can return to it when you need to get some gold and find some loot. But this is Quest A. It's called Secrets in the Dark. Let me read it to you. The Antiquities Guild has a long-standing reputation for the preservation of things almost lost and has established a sizable presence in this village. As you enter its lofty halls, the air is thick with a sense of purpose and mystery. The flickering torches cast dancing shadows upon ancient manuscripts, fragile artifacts, and maps that trace forgotten paths. The guildmaster, a wise scholar, calls you forth. The local caves, long rumored to harbor hidden treasures and enigmatic relics of a bygone era, have piqued the guild's interest. With cautious anticipation, the master imparts upon you the task of retrieving these precious antiquities and reveals the hefty rewards on offer. Ready to make their fortune, your party prepares to face whatever peril awaits in the dark unknown. All right, so there are objectives here. I'll spin this around. There are 2 chests. One, and there's one way up hidden behind there. There are 4 crates. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Where was the 4th one? 4. Sorry. I'll rotate this around a little bit so you can maybe see a little better. There are 2 crypts. 1 and 2. There are 2 weapons racks. 1, 2. And then there are 2 desks. I'll have to read up on the desks. They're over here. There's 1 and 2. Here's the hidden chest. And then finally, there is the, what do they call it? The Arcanist's desk, which is in this locked room right here. My heroes begin here. There are 2 locked doors, this one and this one, to this center area. There's a well with fresh water. The spawn points for some of the creatures go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in that corner, and 6. Now, the objectives, there are 9 in all. 1 through 8 have been hidden, one each, in the various crates and chests and crypts. Those represent small objects. They're all the littlest ones, the smallest ones. Objective 9 is the Arcanist's desk. And that one definitely I want to try to get to. There's a break off here. If I retrieve objective 1, all of the objective tokens are numbered. If I can find number 1, I can do a side quest before I move on to quest C. If you retrieve 5 or more, play quest C. Yeah, so quest B is like a side quest. And otherwise, if you retrieve 5 or more relics, play quest C. If you retrieve 4 or fewer, play quest D. So it's sort of like one of those choose-your-own-adventure stories. I've got to try to recover as many objectives as I can because it will direct me to a different part of the storyline. I've gone ahead and done the random tokens and put them all in there. I didn't look, I promise. And the only other thing left to do, I've already created the event deck, so that's not an issue. I've already shuffled it, but I'll just shuffle it right here in front of you. And this scenario begins with the threat track has no pegs on it. So starting out pretty easy here. I lost my barbarian last turn, so I have recruited a rogue, a thief. I read this article that talked about sort of some of the best practices for this game, and it said, get a wizard, get a fighter, get a healer, get a ranged weapon, get a thief. You really can only play 4, so I've got a fighter, a ranged weapon, a wizard, and now I have a rogue, a thief. And hopefully that is a balanced party. Okay, it is time to begin. What I'm going to do is, let's see, I don't have to place a peg. So, my new player, by the way, is not painted. I promise I will get her painted. Her name is Narinda. She is sneaky. So, let's see what we can do here. First thing I want to do is there is some in front of this locked door up here, there appears to be some rubble, or I guess some debris. And I suspect that in order to get through that, I have to do something. So let's see what it says. In the book, there's a place that covers all the different terrain and stuff. And I'm pretty sure that the debris was something you have to... Here it is. Barricades. Some spells and other effects will create barricades. Barricades are high, blocking line of sight. They have an armor value of 1 and will need to be destroyed. So you have to do 2 damage to it to destroy it. If the space in contact with an entry point is filled with barricade, characters will temporarily... Next time the entry is rolled, the arriving character must... Okay. Only 4 barricades can be placed on the game mat at once. Okay, so there's 2. There's 1 here and 1 there. So I have to attack it to destroy it before I can get to the door. Now, I'm not supposed to know that the door is locked. So that will be like a free action, which will be searching the room. One thing I didn't do, and I always forget this, I like to put search tokens into the various rooms showing the magnifying glass. And I do that so that it reminds me to search rooms, because when you search a room, you get a free draw from the token bag. So what I do is I just put 1 token in all of the rooms to indicate that they're not searched yet. And then when I search them, I flip it. And that just reminds me that I've searched the room and I can't do it again. Now, the rules say that if you play with multiplayers, you can decide some big areas you might want to put 2 in, but I just put 1 in all of the major areas, and that should do enough. Okay, it is time. What I'm going to do is Callum is going to do an action. He's going to move. A move action is 4 squares. You can do what's called a, I always go blank on the name. It's such a weird word. What do you call it? It's apologies. When you move, you can do let's see if I can find it. An effortless action. That's it. So as an effortless action, you can dash. You can do an effortless action 1 time. It'll allow you to move 1 additional square. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Callan move 1, 2, 3, 4, do an effortless to make the dash, and then that saves 1 attack. He's going to attack the barricade. Now he has a halberd that has 2 on it, so I'll be rolling 2 dice. It has an armor of 1, which means I need to do 2 hits to destroy it. A hit is a single strike. There's a double strike on the blue. So let's see what we get here. I'll re-roll that since it was off the mat. Come on. 2 hits. All right, I do manage to destroy it. And that was all I wanted him to do. Now, I have these activation tokens which tell me that they've activated, and I will place one of those with each of the heroes after they do their move. If I can actually find the 4th one. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so let me place it with him, and he is done. Up next, I want to have Miranda check out this door. So she's going to move in 1, 2, 3, 4, and then she's going to double move 1, 2, 3. And for her effortless action, she'll examine the door to determine that it is locked. She has the ability to pick a lock, but I can't do that until her next turn. So she is done. I sent the wrong person. It's her. Let's have, next I'm going to have Siri. I like to send my wizard in last. I don't want my wizard to take any damage. So Sirio is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. He can't see through this yet, so he's going to double move 1, 2, 3, 4. Now he's got view of this opening, and a wall over here. Through this opening, he sees a chest. He also sees a crate. So he communicates to the crew, I've got a chest, I've got a crate, and an opening area to my left. And he is done. Last will be Marana. Marana, I forgot to put a token in the threat track. You do that at the start of every turn. Now, on turn 1, you do not draw an event card, but from turn 2 forward, you draw an event card. She will move in 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and she will search the room. So I flip this token over to indicate it's searched. I take the Maladum bag here. I reach in. I just pull the first thing I can. And I don't know what this is. It is called Broken Weapon. I can sell it for 1 gold. But it does have some letters, and these correspond to crafting. So for right now, she's going to put it in her backpack. I may have to drop it because on these little trays, you can only carry the tokens that will fit in this line right here. So you see I've got room here, but once it fills up, I'll have to make a decision. And all of them have, well, the one that's carrying the most is Sirio. He's got well over half his full. And the other 2 are a little less than half. And that is her turn. She searched, and she is done. So, at the end of after the player phase, it goes to the enemy phase. There are no enemies, but we do roll to see if one appears, because we're in the disquiet phase. So we roll this die. Blank means nothing appears. 1 means one of these lamentors arrived. 2 means 2. And a hand means it arrives at the nearest grave point. And these are all over the board. They represent little pit holes. So let's see what shows up. 1 will show up. Because I didn't roll a hand, I will roll to see what spawn point it shows up at. I rolled the 6-sided die, and I rolled a 6. So this one will appear here. It will automatically move towards the nearest adventurer, which is Sirio. So it will go 1, 2, 3, 4. So it sees Sirio, but it only gets 1 action, and it is done. The NPC phase, there are no NPCs. Sometimes you'll encounter other adventurers or random NPCs in the dungeon. On their turn, they would move randomly, or sometimes the cards that call them will tell you how they behave. But right now, there are no NPCs. Last is the cleanup phase. I take all my activation tokens. Now, if any of my heroes had effects or conditions on them, like bloody or poison, fatigue, those kind of things, then you apply them at the end of the round. But none of my heroes have any of that right now. So we begin a new round. I place a peg in the threat track, and I draw a card. We have alarm. Great. Oh no, place an allery at a random entry point and activate it immediately. What is an allery? I have no idea what an allery is. It's a beast, so let me figure out what an allery is. So the game comes with these little cards to represent certain... Oh, there we are. Okay, we have an allery. Looks like some sort of winged creature. It has 2 health. And let me see if I can find that little monster. An allery, where are you? I don't see it, but that's okay. I'll have it represented by this. And until I get all my miniatures painted, I'm just going to have to use it random. The allery is going to be at 2, which is right here. And it says it activates immediately. So the character follows normal NPC. Oh, it's an NPC. What? Interesting. Elite? No, it's not elite. So it's a beast. It's an NPC. That's interesting. Oh, if we were up in Desperation Doom, it says flip it to the elite side. Okay, so it has 2 actions, 1 armor. It attacks with 2. It flies. It has some other special abilities. All right, it will move towards the nearest character. In this case, the nearest one is probably going to be, for it to get here, it would go through here, through here, through here, and then through this door. It can unlock a door, but it's a flying sort of beast, so I would think it wouldn't be able to unlock a door. We'll have it go the long way around, or 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it'll move 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's on the scent. It's coming this way, and Yeah, all right, well, that's okay. So that goes away, and it is my turn. Now, I don't know this creature's coming, so I've just got to pretend like I'm not aware of it. I'm going to have Sirio go first. He sees the Lamentor coming, so he will target it. He fires his bow at medium range. Is that medium or short? It's medium, so he rolls 2 dice. And I'm not going to use any special abilities. I'm just going to hope for 2 hits because the Lamentor does have... no, it doesn't have any... It takes a damage to kill it. So 1 hit will kill it. No shields. No armor. Why did I think it had armor? I don't know. I got no hits. So for its second action... Oh, by the way, I rolled a red skull. If I roll the skull on the blue die, you're out of ammo. So thankfully I didn't do that. So I did fire a peg, or I fire an arrow. I'll fire another one. And I got double hit and a skull, but the double hit is enough to defeat the Lamentor. But he is done. Now for an effortless action, he can't search the room. He could move a square. So I'm going to move him 1 square closer to the chest. And he is done. Okay, let's do Miranda. Now, Miranda has the ability. It says lock or unlock a door, or to use when searched. So she has 1 skill peg. This is a skill she uses. So I'm going to use the skill peg, and this door is now unlocked. Now, that is an action. An effortless action, I believe, is opening a door. It is. So she will open the door. All right. Callan sees the big desk. He goes, ooh. But she also sees there's another door over here. So I'm going to move her that way. 1, 2, 3, 4. And she is done. And I guess I can move her 5. Oh, no, she did an effortless already with the opening of the door. So she cannot do another effortless. And she's done. Callan tells Miranda, I'm going to go help Sirio. You check out the desk. So he is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And he tells Sirio, I'm going to check out this chest. 1, 2. And that's all he can do. Can't search the chest as an effortless. He has to use an action. So he's done. Next, Miranda will move in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. She cannot search the desk this turn. So her turn is done. And that is the end of the adventurer phase. It is time for the creature phase. First off, we roll to see if a Lamentor appears. And I'll roll it on the table, sorry. Oh, it does. It appears at a grave point. The nearest grave point, it's going to be near Miranda. There's one right here. She should have, you know what? I'm going to shift her over and step on it. One of the things you should always do is try to cover grave points. So that's the closest one. The next one is going to be this one from 1, 2, 3 to this one is 1, 2, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. This one is closest to Callan, so it appears here. It gets a free move, and it has a free attack if it comes into contact with an adventurer. So it rolls 2 dice. Callan has 1 armor, so he can deflect 1 shot. And I rolled a skull and a red, so no damage. Next, we have to move this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and it opens the door. It can't move any further. I found out that when you open the door as an effortless action, it interrupts your move action. So I'll remember that for my own turn. So it opens the door, and it looks through, and actually you can see Miranda, which isn't good. And that is done. It moved twice, and now it is the NPC phase. There are no NPCs. I'm going to have to figure this out. I don't think this is treated as an NPC. I think it moves during the creature phase. If it doesn't, it would move now during the NPC phase. So it really doesn't matter. But I will find that out before I continue playing more scenarios. All right, so after it moves, NPC phase, cleanup phase. all my activation tokens come back. And now we place a token, and we draw a card. Draken, Disquiet. Place a Draken at a random entry point and activate it. Man, all these beasts. And I drew 2 of them. Now, there's only 2 in that deck, but unfortunately, they came up pretty darn quick. What is a Draken? A Draken. Guess what? That's the Draken. So, the Draken has 3 health, 1 armor. Ooh, it's dangerous. All right. So we'll treat this. I'm gonna get a different token to represent this thing. Where is that? So odd that I can't find. Ah, here it is. Okay, that's kind of cool. It's a little red flyer thing. I'm gonna flip this with that, because that is the Allery or Laurie. This will appear at a random point. 3, 1, 2, way up here. And it activates. And the Draken has a movement of 4. It has 3 actions. Oh, man. Okay, so to get to me, here's a door. This is the only door. Well, there's a door up here. No, there's not. Yeah, there is. There's a door up here, but it doesn't go anywhere. If I don't know, you can't see it, but there's a door right here, but this is blocked. So it won't go in there. It would have to use this door. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and it will use its. It will open the door. I don't know if I think they can do an effortless action as well. I think they open a door automatically when they get to it. So that door is now open, and that would be its turn. Yeah. Okay. Wow. 2 creatures have already appeared on the map. Let's see what next. It is my turn. Callan is going to attack. He's got a Lamentor breathing down his neck. He will attack. He rolls 2 dice. Needs 1 hit. I got nothing. He'll take his second action and try again. And I got nothing. Oh man. He screams to Sirio, take this guy out. Sirio fires. It's short range, so he only uses 1 die. Ugh. And he gets a hit. So he kills it. And he's got 1 more action. He's going to move to the chest. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm doing the worst thing possible, which is split up the party, but we'll see. All right, and he is done. Marana will spend an action to take this objective from the desk. It does fit in her pile, and the book says, or the scenario says, that when you retrieve it, it says, when you retrieve objective 9, you discard it at the end of the rest phase after the game. So she's got to keep it to the whole game. And then mark the occult paraphernalia achievement in your campaign log. You have gleaned useful information. So I won't do that. There's this little campaign card. Where is it? Right here. There's this campaign card, which is kind of cool. It's got some stuff to check off. And one of the things I've done is... what was it called? Occult paraphernalia. So I will check that box off. And the things on this card will affect later on the storyline. All right. She picks it up and she turns and she will... she's going to return to the... she's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. She sees the door through the door, the winged creature, and she lets out an alarm, which is very unfortunate for me because it is going to attack her. I'm going to send Narinda back. Narinda hears her yell, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then she's going to get up against the wall, 1, 2, and try to sneak Wait, hold on. She was right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. If she moves here, she can block the door, but she will take some damage. But I'm gonna have her stand just inside the door, and she is done. All right, it is now the enemy phase. So during the enemy phase, we roll to see if a Lamentor shows. One does. At where? At 6 again. All right. So we have another one that shows up. It sees it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it gets a free attack. So it rolls 2 dice. I rolled a blank. Let's roll this one. Come on. 2 hits. All right. Sirio has armor, which says you may re-roll 1 die, and I can re-roll this one. Still takes 2 damage. Sirio is hurting. All right. He's down to 2 health. This one moves. It gets 2 actions. It moves in the door, and then it will attack Narinda. It gets 2 attack die, and it has the bleed effect. Ugh. All right, let's see what that means. 1 hit. Now, Narinda does not have armor, but she does have reflex. What does reflex? When an enemy engages you, I'm going to use that. Okay, so before it attacks, it says, when an enemy engages you, move, ignoring attack of opportunity. So she can move out of its path. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was a good use of her skill peg, her only skill peg, but it did get her away from the attack. She was able to dodge it. Moved, this one. And I'm supposed to do these in rank order. I should have done that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, these things are coming. All right, NPC phase, nothing. My turn, pick up all the activation tokens. And that's it for the turn. Put a peg in here, draw a card. Your adversaries have disturbed the lair of a wild beast. Take all beast cards not being used and draw one. Well, thankfully, both of them are in place. However, instead of placing a character, place them anywhere within short range. If no adversaries are in play, place it at an entry point. So what you're supposed to do is, if you can't do this, which I can't, you're supposed to draw another card. Disquiet. Reduce the dread by 1. A surge of power awakens the Malicites in the adventurers. All adventurers in play restore 2 magic pegs. If they are already at the maximum, they become blessed for each peg they didn't restore. Well, that is awesome. The blessed tokens allow you to re-roll a die, and I haven't used any magic yet, so this is great. Callan has 1 magic, so he gets 1 bless. Miranda has 2 magic that she hasn't used. She gets 2 blessed. Sirio has 1 magic. 1 magic, so he gets 1 blessed. And Narinda has 1 magic, so she gets a blessed. Nice. That card came at a good time. Okay. It is now my turn. Callan hears the screams of the ladies. He comes running. 1, 2, 3, 4. If he moves, he's not going to be able to attack, but he might have a special ability. Frenzy. No, he doesn't. He can't do that. Does he have anything else? Reflexes. Use when enemy engages you. Move, ignoring. Okay, so he also has reflexes, but I really hate to use his skill for that. I'm going to block the door so this thing can't come in. I'm going to stand right in front of the creature, and my turn is done. He can't do anything else. So on his turn, he is going to get an attack. He's going to get attacked, but we'll see how that plays out. But in the meantime, I can send He's done. I'm going to send Narinda back up. 1, 2, 3. She runs up and she will swing. She has a sword, so she rolls 2 dice. This creature has 1 armor and 2 health. So do I have anything that could help her do more damage? No, she already used her skill. So the bad news is, well, if she can roll 2, she can at least put a point of damage on him. I rolled 1, so it does not get through its armor, and she is done as well. That leaves Marana. Marana has spells. Does she have any offensive spells? She does not. Shoot. All right. Bless, focus, and that is it. So, well, I could move in. No, I can't. I can't move in and attack. So she is going to just... She'll move in here. 2, 3, 4. And she'll search this room. All right, I'm going to have to stop this here. I try to keep these videos right at under 30 minutes, so I'll be back in a week with the conclusion, I hope. I don't think this will be a 3-parter. But I'll be back next week with the next video for Quest A. I hope you'll join me then. Until then, everybody, take care.
Check out the new RPG and Wargame Newsletter. Each week, the tabletop engineer shares news, products, Kickstarters, and much more related to the gaming hobby. It's free to subscribe, so check out the link in the video description below to sign up.